Welcome to Frosting Your Gravy, everyone. Today I am inviting you to join me on making applesauce that I call in-laws applesauce. Recently, Mr. Gravy, my Papa Bear, and I were invited by our in-laws to a wonderful grill out. And whilst at the party, my sister-in-law shared with all the guests a a dish full of her freshly made applesauce, and it was the best applesauce I've ever tried in my entire life, and I've lived a long life. It was just so smooth, not over sweet, cinnamony but not overpowering because the apples were the predominant flavor, and the combination of that flavors, it was just so perfect. I should just stop talking about it and get on making it. It was so yummy, and I told her that I would love to leave with her recipe, and she gladly shared. So today is the day I'm putting it in a crock pot. And what I absolutely loved about that recipe was she excited me by saying it's a crock pot recipe. Like, well, it could not work out better. So my in-laws applesauce begins with 3 pounds of apples. And these are also shared by our in-laws. They are locally grown fresh apples, and you know they're locally grown, not from the supermarkets, because you see these little imperfections. So first thing I'm going to do is wash them and then peel them and then slice them into chunks, preferably small chunks, so that they can cook down into applesauce faster. And here's my apples already peeled and sliced and inside my crock pot. And something that I'm going to add that was not in the original recipe, but it kind of makes a little bit of sense for me to add, is a small sprinkling of salt. I mean, really small, just to offset the sugar that we're about to add. So just a pinch, small pinch. And I'm going to give you proportions like it was given to me for the 3 pounds of apples. Now guys, 3 pounds of apples is the clean weight of already peeled, cored, and sliced apples. And for the 3 pounds, we will need to add a half cup of sugar. I have more, so I had to recalculate the proportions, but I'm giving you for the 3 pounds of apples. So half a cup of sugar, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and half a cup of water. And stir this together so the cinnamon gets kind of coated on all the apples and the water gets distributed. And the final step is set the lid on and cook it on high for 4 hours, and voila! Came to check on it halfway through, and half of these apples are already turning into mush. Some of them, the ones that were on the top, are still remaining they're cut shapes, and the ones that were on the bottom are already mush applesauce. So I'm just giving it a quick stir and quickly going to put the lid back on because we don't want the liquid to escape with steam, and I'm gonna finish cooking it. Well, guys, at the end, when your time is up and your apples are all mushed, take either a wooden spatula, or if your pan is good enough to use something metal, take that, possibly a fork, whatever you could use to mush it all together, and it will not be a struggle because apples by then are pretty soft, so you could pretty easily, right, Papa Bear, mush it into the sauce. Unfortunately, I started jarring it right here, and I forgot that I was supposed to come back and record the ending of it, but here it is. We are just putting it in quart-sized jars, and we're gonna store it in the refrigerator, and we can testify to the flavor. We already tried some. It smells heavenly. I absolutely love how homemade applesauce smells versus what we buy in the store. It tastes really good.
Also, while this amazing lady was making the applesauce, she made some, what's this called?
Borscht.
At the same, look at this. It's ridiculous. It's the best soup I've ever had. I had to let you know.
We're having borscht for supper.
So good.
And there will be a recipe on our channel for borscht. Now the recipe on our channel, I believe I had a pork chunk then, and today it's beef, and it's much better when you use beef. But yeah, all of those veggies, really good. Today was a good day.
The best soup I've ever had.
Thank you, my love.
It's so good.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, baby. But yeah, here's the applesauce. I give thanks to one sweet lady who shared the recipe with us and shared the delicious applesauce at their house. You know who you are. Big thanks. We are very happy with how it turned out. Indeed. Well, that's it, guys. Grab some apples and make homemade applesauce in a crock pot. We hope you enjoyed the recipe. Please give us thumbs up and consider subscribing for more videos like this, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And for the record, guys, what I had was 4.5 pounds of apples, and it made 2 precisely full quart jars of applesauce. So if you need a specific amount, this should help you. 4.5 pounds of peeled cored apples in a crock pot produced 2 quart-sized jars.